Hello everyone, welcome back to Action Alliance to Redress 1219 channel. We tell right from wrong and true from false. If you are one of us deeply inside your heart, click like button, subscribe, and make sure the little bell is turned on. Today, we would like to talk about how news media turns to accomplice with the government, which harmed Taijimen Shifu and dizi for 25 years. And to know what actually Taijimen really is. Seeing is believing. Let's throw back to the very beginning of the Taijimen case in 1996 with Oliver Lee. Please, Oliver.
It's been 34 years since the lifting of the martial law in Taiwan in 1987. During the martial law period, the security headquarters could break people's family without legal procedures. After the martial law, we supposed Taiwan became democracy, but the government officials are still able to harm people through public power. The difference is the offenders have changed from the security headquarters to root prosecutor and official in National Tax Bureau, NTB. The 1996 political purge in the name of religious crackdown show a typical pattern of persecution. For many years, Taijimen has been promoting conscience, love, and peace in the world with own effort and fund, not accepting any donation and raise fund. We received many respect around the world. In year 2000, Washington, D.C. declared March 22nd as the Taijimen Qigong Academy Day. City Honolulu declared September 16, 2001 as the Taijimen Qigong Academy Day and Dr. Hong Daozi Day. So many awards recognized from all over the world for Taijimen promoting love and peace. However, on December 19, 1996, although Taijimen did not involve in politics, but was framed into the 1996 political purge by prosecutor Ho Kuan-yen and the NTB for more than 24 years. Professor Chen Zhirong, law professor of Taiwan University, defined it, the Taijimen case as a fake case created by government through fabricated evidence made by prosecutor Ho Kuan-yen and NTB. Prosecutor Ho Kuan-yen discredited Taijimen fraud and tax evasion, but the criminal court tried for 10 years, ruled no fraud, no tax evasion. He violated rule of investigation is not open, but feed the media disinformation to smear Taijimen. He discredited Taijimen to raising governing, but when in interview, he absurdly said he judged from shadow of Dr. Hong's eyes. He fabricated 3.1 billion NT income, but accurately only 610,000 in two bank accounts. There were too many illegal abuse of power. 2002, Control Yan investigated prosecutor Ho Kuan-yen had 8 major illegals in the investigation of Taijimen case. It looks he was not investigating the case, just simply tried to destroy Taijimen. NTB issued tax bill without any actual investigation was the basic mistake of NTB in Taijimen case. This is clear from the official document of Taipei National Tax Bureau that confirmed the NTB did not investigate, regardless of amount and nature of the income. They just copied from prosecutor and Bureau of Investigation. The recent video of tax officer Shi YueFang, he also tells the truth. He admitted that he had no justice and knew that he could not issue the tax bill without knowing how the income were calculated, as well as before the criminal judgment was confirmed, but he cooperated with the prosecutor Ho's prosecution. From 1997, when the first illegal tax bill was issued, to 2021, there were 15 NTB directors who either falsify and violate the law in Taijimen tax case or abuse their power unwilling to correct the wrong tax bill, but shelved the tax bill after Taijimen won the case. After years 2000, those 15 NTB directors was promoted to higher position in the Ministry of Finance after their job in NTB. The two most abusive lawbreakers were Zhang Shenghe and Xu Yuze. Both have abused their power by falsifying investigation report. Zhang Shenghe also allowed the staff modify official document with a liquid paper for the purpose of illegal asset auction, and Xu Yuze issued the tax bill without investigation. Both lawbreakers were promoted to the highest position, finance minister, one after the other. No wonder all the evidence point to the fact that the tax bill was illegal from the beginning, and all tax bills should be revoked by law. But no one NTB officials dare to point out the mistake of previous directors who are in the position of higher leadership and revoked the illegal tax bill. Instead, continue to make mistakes and continue to abuse Taijimen, in result of more and more abusers and law violators in NTB and Ministry of Finance. Finally, NTB took away Taijimen secretary in August 21, 2020. Taijimen won the court trial, and all the evidence clear proof that NTB were wrong in the whole process of the case. But NTB ignored the court decision, refused correct the mistake for 24 years. This is the truth of Taiwan's democracy, and this can happen to everyone in Taiwan. Taiwan has implemented the two international covenants of human rights since 2009. Must take the responsibility for the real protection of human rights and must redress the Taijimen case. Otherwise, Taiwan government will let down the effort made by democratic countries around the world for decades to protect the value of human rights. Thank you.
Thank you, Oliver. We can see the major problem is no one NTB officials dare to point out the mistake of the previous director who are in higher position leadership. None of the NTB officials are listening to their conscience. But what's even worse, the news media broadcast the wrong way along with NTB continue to issue funny tax bills despite the court ruling. We have one Taijimen dizi who would like to share with us how much hurt that is. Let's welcome YueFang.
Hi everyone, my name is YueFang. I have been a Taijimen disciple for almost 27 years. I thought it would be a good idea to invite my family and friends to become dizi at the time. Everyone in the practice seemed to be a great time. Shifu, master, teaches us on how to deal with others with wisdom. After Shifu's persuasion, analysis, and explanation, I comprehend and learn that the factors that lead us to be self-righteous and unwilling to change our minds are all our own faults. The good days, however, did not last long. Just when everyone was happily practicing Qigong on December 19, 1996, Open Ren, known as Political Rainbow, led the police to Shifu's office and arrested him with weapons loaded with bullets. It's not possible that the senior dizi had seen something like this before. They were feared and did not know what to do. I saw all kinds of rumors in the news, including one that claimed we were raising goblins, which I thought was absurd. In the United States, I worked for the Schiller Institute and met economist Lyndon LaRouche. The former Bush administration jailed LaRouche in Minnesota in 1987 for his publication that offended President George Bush. When LaRouche was imprisoned as Bush's political prisoner, his associates cried out for justice around the world. At that time, Taiwan's legislators with justice took part in the joint signature and asked that the U.S. government handle the case properly and impartially. LaRouche's associates went through difficulties states his humiliation to the new U.S. President Clinton. It was finally proved to be true. The case was closed when LaRouche was free on parole. After that, he joined the Clinton administration and became a key civil think tank. Because I witnessed the LaRouche incident and have complete faith in Taiwan, I believe that the wrong will be undone as long as we are innocent. I believe that the Taijimen incident will soon pass and that it will be nothing more than a presidential change. In the United States, it is true, but I was still practicing Qigong with other deeds. Unexpectedly, it had been 11 years since the incident in Taijimen. Taijimen was ruled not guilty, no tax payable, and no infringement of the tax collecting law by the Supreme Court on July 13, 1996. However, the tax authority continued to issue phony tax bills despite the court's ruling. Though 4 previous presidents of Taiwan had praised Tai Ji Men, we had to wait until 2019 that President Tai congratulated to all Taijimen Shifu and dizi of the Taijimen tax case, which was clean to zero for 5 of the 6 years. However, there was one more surprise for me. In resolving the case, the Administrative Enforcement Agency defied President Tai's kindness to Taijimen. On August 21, 2020, they pirates, sold, and nationalized Taijimen's lands in collaboration with the tax authorities. The Taiwanese public has lost faith in the legal system, which some regards as a primitive national institution. Because of the government's stubbornness, my faith in the judiciary has eroded over the last 25 years, and it was shattered in August of last year. I am pleading with government officials to end this case soon. People will have more time to live in love and peace if the Administrative Enforcement Agency and tax authority reform their overbearing behaviors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, YueFang. It is hard to feel someone's pain, especially the kind like Taijimen Shifu and the dizi has to take for 25 years. With the COVID-19 spreading for almost 2 years, lifestyle has changed. Crisis is turning point. People are surfing online for almost 24 years a day. It is everybody's responsibility to spread positive information to make this world better. Let's welcome the volunteer from Federation of World Peace and Love, Melissa. She would like to share about what she sees in the new era. Melissa, please.
Hi, I'm Melissa, a volunteer from the Federation of World Peace and Love. An observation that has recently concerned me, especially during the time of social distancing from the pandemic, is the overwhelming tendency for the media to disseminate negative news. The amount of negative information from media platforms that broadcast international crises without offering solutions induces stress and causes uncertainty in people's sense of security. And as a media studies major graduate, I find this devastating and alarming for the well-being of our mental health. Over the past year, social distancing and working from home, we see the power and potential of the internet and media as in-person interactions are reduced significantly. The pandemic has accelerated the process of digitizing our sphere of life, and our society has become increasingly media saturated. Media technology allows us to increase efficiency, access limitless information, and facilitate virtual communities. These advantages entail a shifting lifestyle, but also hints at the misleading and manipulating tendency of the media to serve unjust personal interests. This calls for people's conscience and a deeper guidance from reconnecting with our spiritual beliefs. Today, I want to discuss the need to balance media technology and spirituality by looking at a case in Taiwan to illuminate how conscience can lead us to sustain a digital culture of love and peace. Examining the Taijimen case in Taiwan, we can witness how the media serves as a tool to distort reality for the public. Taijimen Qigong Academy, a traditional Qigong academy that promotes physical, mental, and spiritual health, was falsely accused of raising goblins and tax evasion. In 1996, prosecutor Ho, who led the investigation, accused Tai Ji Men without legitimate evidence. He manipulated and abused the media during the process of investigation, spreading false rumors of Taijimen and harming the reputation of the academy. This groundless accusation spiraled to a series of illegal tax bills that Taijimen was not subjected to, because non-profit academy is not obligated for taxation. Regarding the use of media, government officials should set an example of justice, truthfulness, and impartiality. Instead, we see how authorities abuse their power to orchestrate the media, broadcasting unverified allegations and defaming the academy. Censorship of media content can also be a form of injustice by hiding the truth. Throughout Taijimen's long and arduous legal processes, the academy has finally received its non-guilty verdict after 10 years. However, the National Taxation Bureau, the NTB, completely disregarded the court's judicial verdict, saying that the court's ruling does not qualify. Illegal tax bills continue to burden and blackmail the academy. Regarding these tax bills, Taijimen has voiced the NTB's exploitation and illegal process countless times by appealing to officials, writing letters to the president, and protesting on the streets. None of these issues and large-scale protest has been broadcasted on news media. By overlooking and ignoring Taijimen's efforts, the media failed to provide the whole story and perspective of the Taijimen case. The role of the media should serve to distribute the truth impartially, not concealing and censoring the truth for the interest of the authorities. As a volunteer of the Federation of World Peace and Love, I was honored to have the opportunity to travel with the group to promote the message of love and peace. In our programs and conferences, we share our cultural ideas and discuss how to achieve love and peace in our roles and responsibilities. Through exchanging ideas and experiences of diverse ethnicities and cultures, we enrich ourselves and become more understanding of one another. This mutual sharing connects cultures and ideas, establishing a bond and opening our minds and hearts to diverse voices. Through media platforms, we spread positive messages, demonstrating how the media can be a tool for transmitting positive energy. Reflecting on these issues, we see how the relation between humanity and technology has become increasingly complex. This culture of distrust perpetuates the vicious cycle of untruthfulness and deceit as demonstrated in the Taijimen case, endangering our trust and compassion unless we awaken the conscience in our hearts. Having endorsed the declaration of an era of conscience, I believe the fundamental ideal applies to guide our conduct in our everyday lives too. Essentially, conscience is the innate voice within us that guides us to distinguish what is true and right. It is something embedded and innate within us, but has often been ignored due to the influence of humanity and external factors. As our society becomes ever more interconnected and media saturated, global communication through media and tech continues to direct how we consume and perceive information. In the era of technological advancement, it can be reassuring to consult guidance from our conscience to cultivate a peaceful and harmonious digital culture. Thank you.
We stand in the light to light up the one who's in the shadow. We used to be heard by news media and one who's in the shadow. But today, we see the power of social media, which can lead the right from wrong and true from false. And we need everyone listen to calling of conscience. At last, we hope Taiwanese government will provide justice and fairness to the Taijimen case, address the national problems, truly resolve it, and finally return the freedom of faith and human rights to them. Next, we will share a rock sound with you about the truth of Taijimen case. Let's enjoy the sound. Thank you for your participation.
二官下台！二官下台！
about the Taijimen case, Taiwan Supreme Court found Taijimen not guilty of tax evasion or any other charges. The National Tax Bureau and the Ministry of Finance reneged on the promise to reform the tax bill. The National Tax Bureau illegally auctioned off the sacred land of Taijimen. The land was illegally taken into state ownership. Officials' conscience, where are justice and human rights? What is the truth about the Taijimen case? Taiwan Supreme Court found Taijimen guilty of tax evasion or any other charges. The National Tax Bureau and the Ministry of Finance reneged on their promise to reform the tax bill. The National Tax Bureau illegally auctioned off the sacred land of Taijimen. The land was illegally taken into state ownership. Where is the real government officials' conscience? Where are justice and human rights? Is the truth about the Taijimen case? Taiwan Supreme Court found Taijimen guilty of tax evasion or any other charges. The National Tax Bureau and the Ministry of Finance reneged on their promise to reform the tax bill. The National Tax Bureau illegally auctioned off the sacred land of Taijimen. The land was illegally taken into state ownership. Where is the real government officials'